Hello, my name is Abdeltawab Ahmed and this is my final project for OGL 554. But before we start, who are we? We are the Egyptian Syndicate of Scientific Professions, an organization formed by science workers. Science workers are individuals holding a degree from faculties of science or faculties of computer and information technology to work in fields related to chemistry, physics, geology, management, computer science, applied medical science, and life science. Our vision is overcoming scientists' and science workers' challenges. These challenges can be regulations, disputes, collective bargaining, social support, healthcare support, and development. That's why we have a specialized function to cover each of these needs. Back to the development challenge. The union has a development function responsible for designing training programs to cover job market needs, raise the knowledge, and improve science workers' competence. The assessment starts from our suggestion form. We received requests to initiate a lean manufacturing training, so we followed up by interviewing subject matter experts and surveying science workers to determine if there is a knowledge gap in regard to lean manufacturing concepts. We found that science workers need this training in order to remain competitive in the job market. And because we rely on external trainers, we used Kriegel competence model and our experts' insights to design a curriculum with the expected topics to be covered in this course. This curriculum isn't inclusive, that is, the trainer can add topics based on his experience on the subject. However, he cannot remove or discard any of the topics provided because they directly correspond to our course objectives. As we see, the curriculum is composed of 4 major topics: analytical skills, lean tools, supply chain management, leadership skills. Each one is composed of sub-skills. As you see, descriptive statistics, Six Sigma, process capabilities, and control charts all fall under the analytical skills topic. We are going to focus on descriptive statistics for today's module. We've divided the training into 3 stages. In the pre-training stage, the syndicate will select a trainer from its trusted list based on experience and other expenses. Over the 14 weeks period, trainees will engage with the instructor in the syndicate's conference room with a classroom arrangement because lecture type delivery method is the preferred method of delivery for our trainees. Due to the limited seats available, we are targeting quality managers because they will use the learning materials directly to their workplace. Furthermore, they will be able to train subordinates in the future because quality management systems requires everyone to be involved. And to wrap up the pre-training activities, each applicant will receive an expectation form and will be asked to download the training content on their personal computer. Next in the design comes the training event. The instructor will encourage trainees to reflect what is learned on their work environment. This way, the instructor will benefit from trainees' diversity because science workers are involved in various industries and processes. Further, the instructor will provide different examples and quizzes for trainees to practice on, especially that the analytical part of the training requires a lot of calculations. Finally, 1 month after the training, surveys will be sent for trainees to measure the training effectiveness. Surveys results will determine if we are going to increase the scale of this training and if there are any flaws in our design. So let's dive into the first module, descriptive statistics. This module aims to introduce trainees to basic statistical concepts. This is important to make sure that all trainees are on the same page before we delve into more advanced statistical methods in the next module. By the end of this session, trainees should be able to describe data types and summative statistics, draw inferences from summative statistics, take informed statistical decisions. The first objective is to describe data types and summative statistics. In order to achieve this objective, the trainer needs to build knowledge step by step, starting from data types. So, the trainer should identify quantitative data, continuous and discrete, and categorical data, nominal and ordinal. Then, measures of the center, the mean, the median, and the mode. Then, measures of spread, the range and the interquartile range. Then, the standard deviation and the variance. Finally, at this stage, the instructor should differentiate between descriptive and inferential statistics. At this point, it is important to stop and take time to evaluate. So the instructor should summarize the instructions to hand out a small quiz. After finishing the quiz, the instructor should reveal the answers and open up the floor for questions. Finally, we move on to the first break. The second objective is to draw inferences from summative statistics. To reach this goal, a fast introduction to spreadsheets is needed before proceeding to the data manipulation part. Trainees will learn data manipulation techniques such as filters, pivot tables, and functions. They will also learn data visualization importance and the different visualization techniques such as histograms, pie charts, bar charts, and books and whiskers plots. At this stage, practice is everything. Trainees should practice each manipulation and visualization technique on the provided practice sheet. The practice sheet is part of the training content downloaded prior to attendance. So during the session, the trainer asks trainees to manipulate the data on the practice sheet using the learned tool. After practicing on the practice sheet, the trainer summarizes the tools learned, then opens up the floor for questions. Finally, the trainer announces the second break. The third objective is taking informed statistical decisions. To achieve this goal, trainees will utilize what was learned in real-world scenarios, which will help them link the whole module together. Take the next exercise as an example of how to take informed statistical decisions. This is a PVC resin improvement project with two sets of data, before and after improvement. Trainees will compute the 5-number summary for the two sets, visualize the data using the box and whiskers technique, and comment on the results. It's only with examples like the previous one, trainees can link the knowledge to real-world scenarios in order to facilitate file transfer. Let's take a look at evaluation. We try to evaluate during the session at each objective, and we will send online reaction evaluation after the session. The reaction evaluation will give us insights on trainee satisfaction and the content relevance. It will also help us enhance their learning experience. The survey takes less than 2 minutes, so let's go through it together. It starts with Likert scales questions, such as, I was satisfied with the content overall. This course enhanced my knowledge of the subject matter. This course provided content that is relevant to my daily job. The training environment was appropriate. I would recommend this course to others. And it ends with a suggestion box. Again, this training module is part of the whole training program on lean manufacturing. This module corresponds to the first major competency characterized by lean manufacturing professionals. After this training module, individuals will be able to dive into more advanced statistical tools used for quality control. By the end of the 14 weeks training program, trainees will be able to apply lean manufacturing principles in their workplace, which reflects the success of the syndicate to cover science workers' needs. Thank you, and I look forward for your feedback on this design.